just down the street from my house. Oh, oh. Well, it looks like a brush burn is what it looks like. Just a little one. I'm actually going over to this house. I thought it was kind of close, but yeah. I just realized that this is the house that I'm going to pick up some more stuff. Yeah, we're here. Oops. I thought we had a real fire going on. Darn it. And of course, it is a real fire. So let me get the tripod out and probably get the microphone set up so we can do this. And we got puppy dogs. Okay. All right, Lee. Oh, we got the killer puppy dogs out here. Come on. Stay out of the way. Keep moving, keep moving. That's right. Ankle biters out here. You weren't kidding about the fire, were you?
I was not.
I come driving out the driveway and I see, wow, there's a fire going on, and then I realized where it was at. Yeah, it's kind of hot. That's what you call a real fire.
Uh-huh.
It's not a real wildfire, but it's a real fire. Boy, it is warm over here. Oh, look, it's got a little whirlwind going on. It's creating its own weather pattern. This is how we do it out in the desert. You got to get what they call burn permits. You got to go through like the county, and then you got to go through. It's a bunch of crap you got to go through. Then you got to go through your local fire department and stuff like that, and you get what they call burn permits, and they allow you to burn. Although I think the burn permits require that there's no flamage.
What?
No flamage, no flame. It's like it's supposed to be a smoldering thing, but I won't tell on you.
I live in Arizona. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either. Hell yeah. I'd love to be able to do this over there. We got so much bark laying on the ground from all that wood we've been splitting.
Get a permit before it's too late.
I'll tell you what. There's a price to pay for that, isn't
No.
there? No?
Free. But they just did something really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You gotta go to Cal Fire and get a permit, and the county and get a permit. You need 2 permits.
So Cal Fire, that's a state, then you got to go to the county, and then
Yeah.
you got to coordinate with your local fire department too, don't you?
Well, then you gotta go online to I got the website, and just type in your permit number, and it'll say, okay, you're good to burn today. But you gotta do it like every morning.
Oh, so basically you check in every morning and then they say, yeah.
And they
Okay.
say like if it's gonna be windy, they'll say no, or you know. That's why I'm in a hurry doing it now, because before it gets hot, they're gonna cut it off. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, we'll have to start doing that. Because, yeah, I'd love to be able to burn a lot of that bark and shit that's just laying on the ground over there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, that's why I thought maybe Sherry can come by. She's a probate court?
Well, yeah, just an old case that's going on.
Huh?
Just an old case that's going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't need to know.
Well, I can't share too much anyway.
Yeah.
We're live right now across the world, but I haven't gotten your picture or anything like that. So
Who's that? Yeah.
this is YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're broadcasting globally, but I see 3 people watch it. So,
Oh, okay.
well, maybe 4 now, but yeah. So yeah, this is San Bernardino County at its best. So yeah, we're allowed to have burn permits. We can burn this and that here and there under strict guidelines and stuff like that. Yeah, these turn out to be. Oh, you got the whole one. The one I got only has the ring, and the rest was plastic. The new stuff.
That's not mine.
Oh, it's not yours?
No, Sherry left it here.
Well, Sherry will take it back then. Yeah.
That'd be better.
Here we go. No, this is a nice one, man. Because, yeah, when you get stainless steel like this, they're all plastic at the bottom.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, these people are moving. They've lived on this property for like a gazillion years. And it's time to go for them. And they want to go get the hell out of California. Can't blame them. And so, yeah, they're getting rid of a lot of stuff. Holy smokes. Would you look at that? That is El Chunko out of the tire row. Fuck. Here we go. Excuse the French. Man. That really sucks. And you got puppy dog there. Kind of looks like a poodle, but he's not colored like a poodle for some reason. Wait, that's not a dog, that's a pussy cat. Oh boy. I gotta wet my whistle. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm live. Thank you. So, you know, we took off the other day and I had that TV sitting on the back. Going through the whoop-de-doos over here, it bounced off and it fucking hit the ground, man.
Ooh.
That's the end of that one. Pissed me off.
Okay, I got my other one.
Fire. You got more than this, right?
I got another big pile over there.
Well, you want me to start carrying it over, or do you want to just go burn that one?
No, I'll probably burn that one tomorrow or something.
Oh, okay. You know, like I said, you know, I'm available if you need a hand or something like that. My side job just delayed me. I talked to her this morning, and she says, got too much stuff going on. We'll talk to you in a week, so.
Actually, I think I have 2 more.
Yeah, this is hot. Too bad you can't feel this thing through the screen. Oh, puppy dog. That's funny, you used the rake to grab that. Yeah, up there off of Bowen Ranch Road, we were staying at a ranch up there, and they had a fire pit, and actually, they had big boulders going around it, and it was about the size of this, your burn area right here, and we'd pack that thing up with all the yard clippings because it's a several acre yard, and we'd pack that. So we had imagine a circle about this big, packed about that high with stuff, burnable stuff. We'd light that thing off at nighttime. That way the people can't see the smoke.
Yeah.
And it had to have been like raining like that day or the day before or whatever, keep everything wet. We'd light that thing, and that was a bonfire from hell, dude.
Nice.
We're talking like huge. And by the time the sun came up, it was all burned down, but the only thing that was left was all the stuff that was still down in the dirt and everything, all the little twigs and stuff like that. And that thing it smoldered for a week. You go back about a week later and start mixing some of that dirt around and some of that ash around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you still got hot embers glowing in there.
Yeah, it took that one about 2 days to burn out completely.
All right.
Still had logs and shit in there. 5 inches thick or something. I was gonna change some for firewood, but I think we have enough for the year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste my time.
It was just like over at Elmer's house. I dug a trench and I started burning some of that bark off, and I buried it. It was kind of wet that morning, the next morning and stuff like that. And I went out there and I thought I'd buried it and I thought I was done with it. I come back a week later, and I was just out there splitting wood, and suddenly here come the flames erupted just right out of the dirt.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. I was like, no way, dude. Buried for a week and nobody touched it.
Damn.
And it came back to life. It blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. But when it's doing that, what's happening is, underneath all that dirt, it's actually smoldering and it's burning all that stuff off.
Burning everything. Yeah.
It is actually burning it.
Yeah.
And when I put the dirt over it, you could actually walk over the top of it. But when I got back the week later and it fired up again, you go to walk on it, you actually fall into the pit.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it burns all the material.
Yeah. I had a grow mulch. Got a couple scoops in my truck and made a big pile of grow mulch at one of my houses for planting trees, and it sat there for months and months and months. I'd be using it here and there, and one day the fucking thing just caught fire. Yeah, because it's a lot of it is what's the term they use for it?
Spontaneous combustion?
Yeah, but there's it emits like a chemical like methane or something. I think it's methane.
Yeah.
It emits methane and if
the hot sunlight.
And if the hot sunlight, it'll just combust. Yeah.
I used to paint houses, so I'm familiar with the stains and stuff like that. The stain, that's a big one. That burns a lot of houses down.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that spontaneous, it just lights up. You get it hot enough and it goes. Of course, nowadays they've reformulated everything and it's a lot safer than it was before. But yeah.
Yeah, they got the low what's called VOC.
The VOCs, yeah.
Except in Wrightwood. Wrightwood, you can still buy the original with the 500. I don't know if it's part per million or whatever VOC.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's probably because of the restoration area, the area, because,
what the guy told me at Mountain Hardware in Wrightwood, because we do a lot of work in Wrightwood. We stain all the time and paint all the time. They were kind of grandfathered in because they're like on the edge of the county, kind of, and whatever. So they got grandfathered in. When they went to the low VOC, they got grandfathered in.
Exactly, yeah, because if you have like a historical landmark, you're allowed to paint
or maybe
whatever it was, the original,
yeah.
The original, materials at that time. Yeah. You're allowed to do that.
But that stain makes a big difference, though.
Hell yeah, it does.
That is so much better. Yeah.
Yeah, it works. It lasts.
It stinks, but it's so much better.
You want to sell me one of those? I got 35 cents.
Yeah, just take it. Okay. I'll give fucking 35 cents.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so if you ever need stain, go to Wrightwood.
No shit, huh?
And yeah, they got the really good Cabot.
Do they have like what Ace True Value up there or what?
It's called Mountain Hardware, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what their affiliation is. I think they're. What's Feeling? True Value, right?
Yeah, that's Mills, I think.
Yeah. Then they're going to be. I think they're Ace in Wrightwood.
Yeah.
I think they're an Ace affiliate.
Well, they're both the same, Ace True Value, I thought.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'll tell you, I was down in Calipatria. That's over there in the Coachella Valley.
Yeah, I know where it is.
And this was many years ago, and I was working on a house down there. But you know what? They had like obsolete circuit breakers and all kinds of stuff at the house.
Right.
We went down to that local Ace True Value, and they had all the parts that we needed. You know, if it was like a Home Depot, we'd have been shit out of luck, you know.
Yeah.
But no, that local Ace True Value had all the parts for the local houses that were built in that area.
Well, yeah, same thing here with Mills. If you for like manufactured housing, the doors are smaller and the hardware and stuff is different.
Pipes are different.
Pipes are different, and they sell all that crap at Mills. You're not gonna find that at Home Depot.
No, you won't.
You know.
Yeah, that blew my mind when I learned that one. I was like, wow, that was a long ass time ago too. So yeah, always support your local Ace True Value stores, because you know what? If you got an older house and you ain't done no renovations to it, they're gonna have the parts that you need.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line to that. Yeah, you know, actually, if Sherry came out here, she would actually probably try to put the fire out.
Right.
She gets nervous around fire.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a pyromaniac. That's what my YouTube channel's all about, is just fire. I got that brush burner, you know, the propane torch thing. Got yay long with the handle.
I got it right over there.
And I've got a video I titled it "The Heat Resistance to Common Everyday Items."
Uh-huh.
And what it turned out to be a car safety seat, like a child seat in a car,
Uh-huh.
versus an ice chest. Now you
Okay.
would think that the car seat would hold out.
Yeah.
No, it went up in flames immediately. The ice chest actually won. So during the video, I had some commentary during the video, and I said, you know, look, if you're in a car and your car catches on fire, you're much better off taking your baby out of that car seat and putting it in the ice chest.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that thing, the car seat. And they want you to put your kids in these things, and it's sad.
Yeah. Damn car seats when I was a kid.
Well, you know, now they want to make it up to 10 years old.
I read that, yeah.
I mean, come on, man, really? It's like 90 pounds or 10 years old or something like that, and
That's California.
Gavin Newscomb. But you can't beat the weather, though. I mean, the weather's pretty good here.
I can beat the weather, no problem.
Yeah, Arizona is a little bit drier. What part of Arizona?
Tucson?
Oh, no. That's even worse. That's really hot.
No, it's not.
Tucson, yeah.
That's what everybody says, but no.
But it's a dry heat, is what they say. I lived in Phoenix for a couple of years back right around the turn of the century, and it was look. We had 2 days. We had 2 days that hit, and I'm an electrician. I was out there digging the underground and stuff like that. We had 2 days that hit 128 degrees.
Oh, I believe it.
In Phoenix. Okay, well, it was miserable. Oh God, it was miserable. But you know what? The next day after the following day after that, it was 115. And I was outside like, oh, this is cool today. It's cool. You actually have to experience something like that. 128 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona. And the day following that, it was 115. And I was out walking around like, oh, this is nice and cool today.
Yeah, at my house, you're lucky if it breaks 100 5 times a year.
There's no mountains. How do you do that?
You're lucky. 4,200 feet elevation.
I didn't know Tucson was that high up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tucson itself is not, but I'm like half hour east of Tucson.
How long have you been there?
Since 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, it 97, 95, 92 in the summer.
I didn't realize Tucson had that elevation. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's up there. You gotta remember, half of Arizona's in the Rockies.
Well, you know, when you get up like into Payson and stuff like that, then yeah, you're in the mountains. It's snowing up there, and it's 150 degrees down, down in the lower land.
In fact, just outside of Tucson, literally within like 20 minutes. Kind of the ski slopes here.
Yeah.
There's Mount Lemon, and it's 11,500 feet, and there's
Wow.
ski slopes up there.
And it's cold up there when
Just outside of Tucson. Yeah.
you start breaking that 10,000 foot mark.
Mhm.
You almost need supplemental oxygen.
Yeah. It's in the Rockies.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
crazy.
I love it out there. And then the monsoon hits, and it could be
Oh,
it could be 100 degrees, and all of a sudden it's 65.
in Phoenix, they always came from that direction. You'd see the brown clouds starting to form,
They come
and you
from
knew
the
it.
south, from
And then
Mexico.
about a half hour before that, the wind would kind of start whirling around, and
Mhm.
before you know it, you got trees falling down and all kinds of shit. And about 10 minutes later, it's all gone.
It's gone. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. The temperature drops, rains like crazy, and then it's gone. But,
Then you got the high humidity right afterwards, but that goes away quick too.
that's weird. I thought the same thing. I've never once felt humidity at my house. Maybe because the elevation. I don't know, but the monsoons come in, but you're not sweating nothing. It'll rain like crazy, but there's no humidity. I mean, kind of like here.
Well, down in the lower elevation, like Phoenix, there was a bit.
Phoenix,
There was
yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
It didn't last long.
Yeah.
Within an hour, it was gone. But
maybe Phoenix. Yeah, I could buy that.
But man, and when I say Phoenix, you got Chandler, Mesa.
Yeah,
I'm talking the big area.
Goodyear, Maricopa. Yeah.
Apache Junction. The airport.
High Harbor. And of course, State Farm Stadium, home of the Cardinals.
Well, it is what it is. See that Corvette drive by?
Yeah,
Out here driving a Corvette in this shit.
I've seen him a couple times.
This looks interesting. We're gonna watch a dog chomp on a bone here. It's got like one of those Austrian Shepherd, the Jack Russell type something going on with that dog. You know the mean one?
What do they call the healer?
The healer, huh?
Whatever
Okay.
that is.
Okay. This thing's over here chomping on a bone like you can't believe, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I can hear it from here. He's like, "Arr, arr, arr." Oh, the guy that tried to assassinate Trump in Florida,
Uh-huh.
he was just caught up trying to buy a rocket launcher.
Oh, I kind of
RPG. Wow, that's crazy.
heard barely a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was just after he got shot. Are you a good puppy dog? You are. You're a good puppy dog. You just bite everybody, that's all. You know, this was really a warm winter out here this year.
Yeah,
It really was.
I love it.
It's going to be a blazing summer then. That's what that means.
Huh.
Oh my God, he's crashing the stock market. Bunch of pussies.
We'll be all right.
They'll figure it out, yeah. But they won't give him credit when it bounces back
Nope, not at all.
times 10, you know.
Not at all.
Oh, puppy dogs. You gave up on the bone. Oh hell! I could just sit here and look at the fire then. The dog quit chomping. I gotta turn this thing around. This thing's. Don't buy a tripod from Walmart. Well, it's you know, you go to look a certain way with the camera and it's out of balance.
Oh.
So you got to flip the phone around. Now it's proper balance and it won't fall forward anymore. It's supposed to fall over.
This guy's pissing me off.
Which guy?
This guy.
Fire? Oh, that guy?
Woo, it's hot in here. Yeah, it is. There you go. Man, that's hot in there. That's crazy.
Don't try that at home, people.
It's like I'm not sticking to the dirt and all the gooey with the gooey boots.
Yeah, it's probably a good 150 degrees inside that when you walk into that circle. That's something else.
Yeah, that's hot as fuck.
Hey, why don't I drive around real quick? We'll throw a bunch of stuff in the back of the truck. We'll just throw it on here. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. go. Might as well, right? That'll work. It's already going. Yeah, it won't take shit to get these things going. Steer the fire more into the fucking center. There we go. More over there. You know, every once in a while, like in Rialto or Fontana, they got those pallet storage yards.
Yeah.
They take off every once in a while. Man, they just don't keep publicity.
No, I know.
You know, it's actually pretty good hardwood if you stop and look at it.
I think that most of them. They say no more than 4 feet tall.
Well, I'll still drive around. I'll go pick up the other pile and if you don't mind.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Is the work getting back there? Color wise, I think that was it. You got some little brushes blown up, you know, alongside the fence. Might as well, right? Sure. And I didn't even come over here and do this. No, you know, hey, you know what? You blessed me with quite a few good things. It's not even about that. It's called being neighborly, you know? Although I did see looks like a hitch over there with a drill or a rake on it. With some barbells on it. Oh, yeah, my drive? Yeah. You're taking that with you? Dang it. If you use that cloth, right? Sure, make it. Yeah, I know. Sure.
A what?
He's too very. I think there's a paint on it. Oh, yeah, pretty sure there is. I mean, I'll make it drop. That's why you ever get curious. No, I just noticed in this pile of wood. Yeah. Hey Pete, this is my brother Bob.
How you doing, Bob?
Hey, pretty good, Pete. How about yourself?
Hi.
Well, I see there's another pyro around.
Got no choice. Gotta sell the place.
I'm Brad Boulder, brother.
How you doing, Bob?
All right, pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing good, man.
All right. Got some nice looking dogs here.
Want them? Yeah, you do. Well, you can run one over, right over.
I wouldn't do that anyway because I'm an animal lover. I just looked at genetic points with my other dog. I really just looked at it. I shot him. Big series star. I shot him when I was my son. That's the first thing I've ever had to do in my entire life. I took some oxygen before they got it hit.
Hey, Brad, I think that's good enough. You can't burn till afternoon. Yeah.
Okay. So early in the mornings and then late
Yeah,
afternoon?
from 6 to noon.
Okay.
And you gotta go online and well, you got 5, but then you gotta go at 6 in the morning or whatever. If they want to burn your way, and they'll pay you.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, so what's how do they say you know or why would they say you know?
that it's gonna be windy later on, or something. And then if it's, the more you get into the summer, it doesn't rain. You get cut it off the way.
Oh, this is the guy you might want to talk to about running his dog over. He asked me to run his dog over. He's paid me, and I couldn't do it.
Telling you,
Maybe he's trying to put himself up there.
sounds good.
Are you serious?
Sounds good.
I'm serious.
Well, my daughter would kill me, but there's not my daughter.
Time heals everything.
Yeah.
So the heart don't see the eye, or the eye don't see the heart don't feel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She'll get over it.
What's the dog's name?
Oh yeah, Pharaoh.
Pharaoh?
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, okay.
Yeah, like the Egyptian.
It's a poodle, right?
No, it's a healer.
Oh, you're talking about the little healer?
The
mean one.
yeah, the mean one. The
The
mean
one I
one.
told you about. Said be careful with that one.
Yeah, it's
Those are good working dogs. What are you talking about? The mean one.
you know, I think that thing was abused to the previous owners, and it's just stuff like that.
Well, you know, in all honesty, I've been around those dogs before, and I have been nipped at.
Yeah.
But this one didn't do that, so it's all right. It's a blue healer, right? The blue healer?
I don't know. I just know it's a healer of some kind.
Yeah, Australian healer. Yeah.
I don't know. That's
You gotta get him in that environment. You gotta keep him in that environment. Otherwise you can laugh at him.
oh no, it's cool. That guy's cool.
What's his name?
You're my daughter.
You gotta move, huh?
Well, so,
And where you gonna go to?
back to Tucson.
Arizona.
Yeah.
It's good.
No.
Well, the house is already that fucking big.
It's pretty tall. Not pretty good. That was good. But I was telling Brad, if you're lucky, maybe 5 days out of the year, shit's going on.
I always thought Tucson was a hot motherfucker.
Like, yeah, Tucson's hotter than my house.
Oh, okay, so
Kind of going uphill.
Gotcha.
But even Tucson is not like nowhere.
lines on the axle. Is that a pair or is that carries or is the one with the purple smaller one? No, that's the red. Yeah, the roll. I like the color. I like it. I'm not really too fond of like lavender purple. But I do like the color.
Yeah, it's got pretty big wheels. They work pretty good space. Yeah, Jerry, that's a beef with a little piece right here. They're just very good.
Oh, he's not down there. He's doing all right. I talked to him a little bit last night. It's not that just really good. There's things you can't unsee, but that's something I can't unsee. Well, you know, he wants to, he wants to see anything back there. He wants to go back? Yeah, you gotta pick up the road for me. Yeah, Walmart.
Oh, he threw it at Walmart.
Yeah,
They sell a lot of clothes. Oh, I thought he threw it at home.
Oh, you know those little yellow bump things? The ones that, that makes your car go like this? You tripped on that. Fell down. You know their camera system, they got it on film.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that on the board? I said, yeah, what's good? Now. No. No, you gotta go through the dust first. You gotta be. It's too big for me. That's why I didn't really lose. They've got to reset the store. Basically,
And I'll tell you what, man. It was a good company.
acquired it.
Oh, you acquired it.
Shut up, Bob. I was in his younger years. He was just being stupid. That's all I know. I walked through the middle of it about half an hour ago.
Yeah, if I didn't have my little dog, I would
All right, everybody, this is a burn pit on a burn permit day. Burn everything.